Greetings, gentlemen.
I assume your wives are not with you, as the very title of our piece is sufficient to strike terror in their hearts and cause them to remain at home in their kitchens.
Where they belong.
In any case, gentlemen, you have come here tonight to learn, and so you shall.
So you shall.
We will begin by considering the case of Mr. Stanley Ford. Unlike you poor souls, Mr. Ford has had the wisdom never to marry. He is, therefore, a completely happy man. This is Mr. Ford's town. This is Mr. Ford's townhouse. Look at us. The last stronghold of gracious living in a world gone mad. Mad! Oh, by the way, my name is Charles, Mr. Ford's man. I flatter myself that I'm also his confidant and friend. Like everybody else in New York, Mr. Ford has a tiny bit of construction going on next door. Actually, it's not so bad, really. We've almost come to like the little cries of the workmen and the gloppita-gloppita noises which emanate from the gloppita-gloppita machine. Over there. In any case, the interior of the house is soundproof, so life goes on. This is Mr. Ford's living room. Notice, if you will, a complete absence of the so-called woman's touch. No gay little chintzes, no big gunky lamps. In fact, everything masculine and perfect. In fact, the sort of place you could have had. Only you'd had the sense not to get married. Ah, but you say, poor lonely man, how does he spend his evening? I should imagine a young lady having danced all night, literally left here, walking on air. And this is the nerve center of the entire establishment, my quarter. If you were fortunate enough to have a room such as this, your wife would undoubtedly have taken it over to house her aged and disagreeable mother. This is Mr. Ford's martini glass. Should be properly chilled by 7 o'clock this evening. Ford's shower, thermostatically controlled at Mr. Ford's body temperature, 98.7. Now it is time to reveal Mr. Ford himself. Ole!